How cleaners can use neighborhood targeting using Facebook advertising. This is video 2. Welcome to the Hitman Advertising Geo-Target Marketing Series. This is the second video in the series, and whether you're just starting a cleaning business or you've been in business for a while, this is the place to learn how to get high-end clients in targeted areas of your city. Last time, we talked about Google and a little bit about other search engines, about how to actually target those particular areas and only advertise to specific niche neighborhoods. This time we're going to talk about Facebook advertising and how to advertise to certain niche neighborhoods using Facebook. We're going to do another video soon talking about banner ads, voicemail drops, a little bit about EDDM. We're going to sprinkle some of what we're talking about EDDM in all of these videos, but just so that you know, when we talk about neighborhood advertising, I sort of assume that you've probably done a little bit of EDDM, but EDDM isn't required. It's a very good complement to the things that we're talking about, but online marketing could be done instead or in conjunction with whatever you want to do. Now, this can be laser targeted in on specific areas of town for just pennies. That's the important thing to recognize and realize, that you don't have to spend a lot of money on this. And it's about giving you freedom that many business owners just don't have. Not just cleaning companies like we talked about before, but a lot of business owners don't have the freedom to target specifically who they want to do business with. That's why I love to concentrate on stuff like this. I didn't always know how to get clients in the best side of town. The first campaigns that I ever did got next to no, if not zero response. And I just decided at one point I wanted to be the neighborhood cleaner. I did some things when I first got started with postcard marketing that did okay. Then later on, I started doing sales letters that worked better, but they got too expensive. And then so later EDDM came around and I started testing that out, and it got me really, really good returns. And I've still used EDDM today, but with all of the online marketing that's available, I wanted to figure out ways to complement an EDDM campaign, because anytime you hit your prospect in multiple media, it always means a whole lot more, and it's always a whole lot better repetition when you're not just advertising to them in one media. That's why it's important to not just to stick to online marketing, to do other facets of marketing. It really, really helps your response rate and kind of gets you a better reputation and better known as the brand that you're trying to set yourself at. And in this case, it's really being the neighborhood cleaning company. So today we're going to talk about targeting neighborhoods on Facebook, using Facebook advertising and even free ways on Facebook on how to do that. So let's go over to my computer right now and I'll show you some things. Okay, the first thing that I want to mention, because this is something everybody always asks me about and mentions, there are free ways of doing this. And sometimes, especially if you're new in business or you've got more time than money, this is a great option because you can go to local groups, make sure that they allow posting of business ads. Some of them do, some of them don't. Check with the about information maybe when you're signing up. Make sure that you're looking over some of the descriptions about the page, and then every now and then don't spam. Post some beneficial information, but also post some specials. You can do that type of thing. Now, one thing I will steer you toward and really recommend with this, if you're a higher end cleaning company or if you charge higher prices, this probably, and I say probably because there are occasions where maybe this is appropriate, but it's probably not appropriate. Okay, because you're going to be coming in here advertising, and especially if you're advertising a price, that's a bad idea. You shouldn't be advertising a price anyway. If you're one of the higher priced, you should just advertise different specials where you're giving away either a freebie with cleaning, that type of thing. We won't get into all of that, but there are occasions where this is appropriate, especially if you're just getting started. Even if you've been in business for a while, there's occasions where this is appropriate, or even rarely if you have a special offer for spring, that type of thing, that can be an appropriate time for doing this. Just don't abuse it. You don't want to get a bad reputation. These are the people in your community. The last thing you want is somebody tagging you and passing you around to their friends saying, this guy's over here spamming my buy and trade discussion group on Facebook. That's not what you want. Believe it or not, unless you live in a really, really big city, word gets around about stuff like this. And even in big cities, word gets around about stuff like this. So just be careful about that. Okay, so that's my piece about that. Use that sparingly, use that as necessary. But now I want to go over and show you how to get into Facebook ads. Now, one of the questions I always get first is, well, how in the heck do I even get to Facebook ads? I know how to do a boost, but how do I actually get to ads? Well, you go to your home button and then you just click on Ads Manager, and then boom, you're going to be looking at something like this. And then you can go in and you can create an ad. Click on that Create button, and then you're going to be looking at something like this. Now, there's a few different things we can do. We can target traffic, engagement, video views. Really, for what we're talking about, probably traffic and video views might be the best. We're not going to get into all the ins and outs of Facebook right now, but let's do traffic. Video views is very similar, but what we want is we want clicks to your website. So I'm going to just call this something so I don't forget what it is. Sometimes that can get confusing on Facebook. And then we're going to go in through here. Now, there's a couple of different things you can do. You can actually create an audience. If you happen to have purchased a mailing list, by the way, that's not required. So before I go any further, let me make sure that I say that. But if you have a mailing list, there are ways that we can actually get you mailing lists as well. If you're interested, contact us about that. But where you have a mailing list for that particular neighborhood, if you happen to have their emails, you can put their emails in here. That way you're sending them letters, as well as putting their emails in here and marketing to them specifically with display ads on Facebook, the little ads that you see on the right sidebar. Those ads will show up only to the people with those particular emails. What's a great thing to do too is to put your past clients or even current clients' emails in and do marketing to Facebook with them that way. That's creating a custom audience. That's one way to do that. So, and it's just as simple as coming in here, clicking on Create New, and putting in your CSV file or even your email list, just copying and pasting your email list. But what we're going to be talking about now is really that geo-targeting and how to do that. By default, it's probably in the country that you live in, but that's not what we want to do. What we want to do is we want to go to Drop Pin, and then we want to zoom way in to our area, and here we have Scenic Hills Country Club. So we're going to click on that, and then we're going to have something that shows up here with the GPS coordinates, and we want to target either how many miles around. So if you do want to just target that 1 mile radius, you can go that route. I think it tries to get you to go to 2, so you can go to 2, but you can actually go to 1. And now we're targeting that same exact area that we're targeting in Google AdWords. So when somebody goes on Facebook, if they're in this area, they're going to see my ads. If somebody goes on Google AdWords and they're searching, they're going to see my ads only in this particular area. And of course, they've probably gotten my Everydoor direct mail pieces too. So this is working at a very inexpensive, great marketing mix. Now, if you wanted to, you could come in here in addition under demographics. Maybe you're worried that there might be some bad neighborhoods in that area where you can actually go in demographics and you can pick and market only to homeowners. If you want to go that route, you can market to only people over a certain income level by typing in income and targeting people that way. Whatever you want to do, play around with that a little bit. I recommend maybe that you at least target homeowners and or possibly a certain income area. If you're concerned about that, you don't really want to be marketing to apartment complexes. And then, of course, you want to do a budget. $5 a day by default, I think, is what it even requires. Ideally, I recommend that you do manual bidding anytime you can with Facebook or with Google AdWords or anything that you're doing. Sometimes Facebook doesn't let you. What should you do at first? 55 is what they recommend. Maybe 45, 35, I don't know. 35 might be good. When you get charged by the link click, this is great. I would not do it by the impression. Ideally, it depends on the type of ad that you're doing, but probably by the link click. Now we're going to click continue. Now, so what type of ad are we going to do? You could do a video. Videos work really, really well. A carousel actually works really, really well too, with several different types of pictures. For this case, we're going to do a single image. Happens to be that's just the picture I prepared. But really, I probably recommend even more so a carousel with several different pictures. What kind of pictures? Before and after pictures. Maybe a picture of your van. Maybe a picture of the front of your shop if you have some. Picture of you. Personal type of stuff that says, hey, this is the stuff that we do. This is us. Don't we look like we're professional? That's the whole goal of what pictures should be saying. We look professional. Don't you want us inside of your home? That type of thing. But we're going to pick whichever one that we have currently available. If you have a video, that a before and after video works great too, or testimonial video, or video of you explaining your process. You want to put in your website here, and we want to go ahead and upload the image. Now I've got my trusty text already prepared to go over here. And we're going to put that in here. Realize that one of the most important things you're doing this specifically to that mile or 2 mile radius. So one of the most important things you can intro any of this with is who they are. That's always one of the best ways to call somebody out and target somebody inside of an ad, because they don't see a whole lot of ads saying their particular neighborhood. This isn't even just the city. This is the particular neighborhood that they're in. So we probably want to even have that here in the headline. There we go. And that looks really good. And then we might want to go ahead, even though we've said this here in our ad, we might want to say this in the subhead. And then it's going to look something like this right here. And the subhead may show up in different platforms. I'm not sure if it's Instagram or whatever, but put all of this in here. Display a link if you'd like. And then there we go. When they click on this, it's going to say learn more. The big takeaways here are, one, have some type of an offer. Don't get bogged down with the type of offer that we've got. Do whatever offer that you want to do, and it doesn't have to be. In fact, I recommend that it's probably not blank rooms for blank dollars, right? Give away something free. It doesn't have to be 100 square feet, a free carpet. It could be a free bottle of spot remover. It could be a free chair cleaned with $200 of cleaning. It could be whatever you want, but either a freebie, something like that. Maybe if you really choose during a slower time, a certain amount of dollar amount off, although that's not even the biggest recommendation. I like to give away freebies the most that cross-sell my other stuff. So we're mostly a carpet cleaning company. I like to give away freebies that don't always give away free carpet cleaning, but maybe free area rug cleaning, or free upholstery cleaning, or free tile cleaning, or free fabric protection. I want to introduce them to my other services. So that's another idea to be able to do. But that's kind of just a basic idea. The big takeaway here, though, is, again, targeting that specific area. And the second part of it is targeting in the ad, calling them out, saying, hey, this is your neighborhood. Now, it's a little bit of extra work to do it this way, because you're not really doing that big of an ad to that many people in that big of an area, but it's so niched, it's so targeted that it works really, really great. So test it out and let me know how it goes for you. I'll be doing another training video soon, so keep track of the videos and the emails that you're getting and the videos that I've got on my blog. Follow those prospects all over the internet. That's really what it's all about, doing that on Google, doing that on Facebook, and as well we're going to be talking about leaving automatic voicemail messages for the same exact prospects pretty soon, where you actually have the people that are not on the do not call list, where you're actually calling them and dropping them a voicemail message that doesn't even ring their phone. It just goes direct to their voicemail. So if you have any comments, questions, please give them to me. Email me, shoot me a message on Facebook, put them in underneath this video. I want to hear from you about what you're thinking about all this type of online marketing and even offline marketing for targeting specific neighborhoods.